Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Alexandros of Krete, and we are just going to jump right into things here as we are helping defend the lands of Magna Graecia from the rebels within it. Our young niece here has been attacked once again by Duke Kemaladin and the House of Limparides, and so we need to step in and just provide a little bit of assistance there. So here we are going up against Kemaladin himself. Not us personally, it is our commander Tryphon Solomon, who is our greatest knight and acclaimed knight, and he is handily defeating Duke Kemaladin here. That was just a solid victory that he earned in that battle for sure. So I don't think that the enemy is going to provide much force against us here, as we will no doubt handily defeat this rebellion. So while our troops make their way down to help with the sieging of the enemy lands, I do want to just bring up, and people have pointed this out a bunch of times, that England has part of Italy here, and actually you'll notice that Italy has part of England. If you watch the first season with our father, Alexandros, you'll remember that a crusade was launched against England, and it was an Italian lord who was granted the kingdom of England after that. So that's why we've got all this border gore going on here with England and Italy. It is an Italian king who currently rules the kingdom of England. So that's your explanation for that. Does that give us some opportunities here? Maybe. I mean, I'm not, see, the thing is I'm less interested in a Roman-esque playthrough where we're trying to reforge the Roman Empire. I don't really see that as necessarily our goal. It is something we might potentially look into, but I'm more interested in kind of an Alexander-esque, Alexander the Great-esque playthrough where we kind of go in this direction more. Like, obviously, we can't really go up against the Isaids because they're incredibly powerful right now. So, you know, maybe we'll get an opportunity at some point, but they are by far the most powerful kingdom or empire right now. So there's no chance that we're stopping these guys at the moment. Malik Al-Muazzam Ahmad is got a pretty bad reputation here. You can see his nickname, and it looks like he earned that because of this event here. This young boy, Saifullah, was cloven in half by the Malik's mighty axe as an infant. So this guy is just a monster. Brave, callous, zealous. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of traits, but you can understand why he has so much power. And look at all of his traits. He's a herbalist, he's a hunter, he's a patriarch, strong, flagellant. Oh my gosh, this guy's crazy. We do not want to face him. Some of you guys have asked about potentially taking Armani here, and you know, it is a nice little bit of land that we could probably very easily take, but I just you know, I don't really want to kind of have a buffer state for the empire on the edge of the Isaids land. I'm not too keen on that at the moment. I think that there's other places where we could easily kind of expand that would not risk angering the Isaids. Obviously, we do want to take Egypt at some point, but we're gonna move through Egypt kind of along this direction if we can, and the Sinai Peninsula will probably be something that will be the last thing that we take. So yeah, we'll still have that little buffer here with the Isaids. I don't want to go up against this guy, so we're probably going to hold off on Armani. I think it is, you know, it's a nice little chunk of land, but there's nice little chunks of land that we could take, you know, pretty much anywhere. We could go up into here, or, you know, take some more lands from the Aghlabids, you know, potentially, you know, there's Sardinia and Corsica here, but you know, I think we're gonna mostly kind of continue along here if we can, and just try to take the northern coast of Africa. But I really want to try to get in and take Egypt if we can. That my ultimate goal for this character, at least, and maybe for the next character, is number 1, getting Alexandria, and then 2, potentially getting Egypt as a whole. But we'll see how possible that is. Sultan Ali the Jolly is actually a surprisingly competent ruler, and he's going to be difficult to face. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm often complaining to Rikiza when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. You'll see that our wife is pregnant, despite being 39 years old. She is somehow still pregnant, so good for her. And good for, you know, Hypatios here. Despite being a drunkard, he can still, you know, get the job done. Let's see. We can get some assistance with one of our characters here. Oracle Theophylactos. Perhaps you have some advice for my spy master. I think that, yeah, let's get some better advice for our chancellor here. Can we switch Theophylactos here? He is not a good. Yeah, we can finally. You know what? We're gonna put Kyriaki in that position here. So she's much better. Look at that, 24 versus 14. So she's in way better than Theophylactos is, and that's gonna speed up the conversion of the county of Athens here much faster. So Attica will be converted so much quicker than under the ushering of Theophylactos. So looks like this war is just going to come down to these sieges. We do have our perk, religious icon. Convert faith in county. The time it takes to convert a faith in county is no longer increased if that faith has a higher fervor than ours. I don't think it does. I don't think any faith has a higher fervor than our faith, since our fervor is at 100%. So yeah, no worries there. But yeah, that doesn't affect that at all. Our daughter Helen learned the Norse language. Oh, perfect. That is good to see. Do we need to arrange any marriage here? No, we still got a little bit of time. She's only 10, so still plenty of time for that. I do believe once this siege is done here, that's probably going to end this war, so not too concerned about that. And we do have some things to handle afterwards. Oh, we should look at the details of that battle. Here we go. Tryphon slew Muhammad Salamid. Oh, very good. Oh, good. We have a daughter. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to split up our lands too much. We do have 2 sons right now, so I was hoping we wouldn't have to split up our lands too much at all. Our new daughter needs a name. Oh, she's got some good traits, though. Let's see. After an ancestor, maybe Ileana? Oh, yeah, there we go. I like that name. We have so many kids, you know, even with your guys' suggestions, we're like struggling with names here. So we've got a lot of boy names still left up, but we're running out of girl names here. Marshal impresses the vassal. Oh, good. All right, let's finish. Oh, okay, we still need to do probably one more siege here. One of the children at court, Chrysaphios, has taken the ragdoll of a younger boy and thrown it into a nearby cave. My ward was there and saw it all happen. Jakku flew into a fit of rage, struggled with that one, and beat Chrysaphios bloody. This didn't help the younger boy, who started crying even more. It seems that Jakku has trouble controlling his anger. Chrysaphios has to pay for what he's done. You should make him give the toy back. No, we'll let him, you know what, I think we'd probably just be like, good on you, you know, fighting for what you stand up for. And there we go. I don't think that's too bad for young Jakku here. You know, we are raising him to be potentially a good warrior for us. So, and he's being raised alongside our son as well. So maybe they'll become friends. We shall see. There we go, and that will end the war. Perfect. this little rebellion in our niece's lands is done and taken care of. So we don't really get anything from that other than securing our niece's hold on Magna Graecia. Now, there is something that I have been thinking of, and I think that this makes a lot of sense. And what I would like to do, you'll notice that there's just this massive age gap between Despotissa Nicorete and our son and heir, Prince Odysseus. You know, she's going to be 26 by the time Odysseus is ready to be married. And that's, I wasn't even really keen on that in the beginning. But I do notice, and I don't know if if Princess Theodisia was born when we made this whole deal. I'm almost 100% certain that Ioana was pregnant, had like just gotten pregnant with Bosporios's child, like a month before he died, and then this girl, Princess Theodisia, was born like 8 or 9 months after that. And so I don't even remember like seeing her, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. You know how I can get. But this character is actually the same age as our son. And if we had the betrothal here, that would secure us the alliance with Magna Graecia, which is my #1 goal. Obviously, we probably won't inherit Magna Graecia, which I'm actually okay with. I'm fine with another branch of the family holding Magna Graecia. It's just I don't want them to be like, I want to secure the alliance so that we can defend that. So I think I'm actually going to break the betrothal here. Despotissa Nicorete, she might not like that. She might be offended at first, but then I think she'll realize that that means that she can get married, which will probably, you know, make her kind of happy in some ways. So, and then we'll secure the alliance, and she can, and you know, she probably doesn't want to wait 10 years to get married to some dumb kid, you know? He's not dumb, but she probably thinks he is, so. I think that's fine, and I actually prefer this quite a bit, so we're gonna break the betrothal. She dislikes us. We lose a little bit of prestige, but we've got so much prestige that it absolutely does not matter at all. And then we'll arrange the marriage between our son and heir and her younger sister. And the nice thing about this is that they both have the intelligent trait. So if they have a kid, he might become a genius. That trait might intensify and give us a massive, massive boon here. And that could be pretty good for our next character. So she'll accept that. We don't have the money to do a grand wedding, but we might be able to do that perhaps afterwards. So I think this is much better. She can go and get married and do her own thing, you know, for now, and I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Oh, I just realized she's rakish. Yeah, so good thing we got our son out of that betrothal. We'll let her do her own thing, but yeah, she's 17, rakish, lustful, you know. She's a woman who is going to have a very, very strong will of her own. Let's just put it that way. So we'll let her do her own thing. We'll get this marriage arranged here. And I actually had already previously set up a guardianship between Princess Theodisia and our sister, Princess Ariadne here. So yeah, everything should be, I think this makes much more sense. There we go. So we get the alliance, and oh, what? She's moved her capital to Palermo. Oh, she took poor Cameladon. Looks like he no longer holds his titles. That's unfortunate for him. Let's see. Does he hold anything? Doesn't look like it. And what happened to, yeah, and Count Gabriel here in prison? He'll be lucky if he holds his titles. She is, yeah, I like Nicorete. She's got some guts to her. Just like, you know, people act against her and she does not go, she does not stop. Oh, what happened here? Capua is free. You should go and take that. I mean, we could go and take that potentially, but you know, do we want? Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, all the English lands here. Okay, well. All right, so I know I had just said that we weren't really too interested in going in and taking like all the stuff here in Italy, but this is the kind of opportunity that you have to adjust with. And honestly, this could be extremely helpful to us. We could snake some lands over here and maybe grab a good duchy. And these are really good lands. So taking these would be pretty helpful. She's got some alliances here with a couple, but yeah, I think we could easily take this. So, you know what? You got to take opportunities when they come up. So we are going to declare war here. We're gonna take the county of Capua, and we're just gonna go in right away. So let us raise our troops, and we'll send them in, and we will. Count Theodoros has escaped my dungeons. The guards have nothing to say in their defense, but the damage is done. Curse you, Theodoros! Damn, he's escaped. Well, we'll have to deal with him later. All right, so. Looks like some enemy allies are joining the war, which they're not going to be strong enough. I'm going to call in Despotisa Nicorete shortly, and then we'll go and deal with the enemy here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So we're going to head in here. So what I want to do, the plan is take Capua first. Go on a big raid, go and raid all of these lands here. Take all the money from them and go and conquer them after. It's too sweet of an opportunity. We're gonna call in Despotisa right now. Call host member to war. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. We can call her into the war. Perfect. What's this event? Unnerving news from Shania. There's a village that was relatively unremarkable and of little note. Recently, all of the inhabitants have simply vanished. Weird. What on earth happened to those villagers? Very strange. Very strange indeed. There we go. So I'm pretty sure, let's take a look at how this like shapes up here. 3,000 versus their 1,500. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Not to mention, we've got probably the best commanders in the world, essentially. So they're going to come in, and we are going to, yeah, absolutely just destroy them. I mean, honestly, it looks like the Duchess or the Despotisa's armies are probably going to be enough to defeat them. Oh, they're moving over here. She'll probably jump in to assist us. Yeah, look at this. We're going to crush them. So they're coming in from the mountains. We're coming in fresh off the boat, but it is going to be a pretty easy win here, I suspect. And there we go. Duke Anatolios. Oh, is our friend a duke now? Anatolios. Yeah, look at this. She made him the Duke of Salerno. Duke Anatolios the Brave. Yeah, House Sortes, you know, he's doing pretty good there, I think. You'll remember that I think he's descended from somebody important as well. House Sortes? Maybe not, but either way. There we go. So, yeah, that was an easy fight. Let's take a look at the details of that battle while we siege them down. Comitas slew Mayor Baldassare. Looks like, yeah, everything else went pretty fine. So we just siege him down, and Capua will be ours. Yeah, this gives us some really good raiding targets. That's going to help us build up that money. Ali dealt with his, issues like pretty quickly. So, that opportunity, it wasn't much of an opportunity. Ali is very strong. We're going to have to really hope for a good opportunity if we do want to take Egypt. So we're gonna keep an eye out for an opportunity like that. Perhaps once he dies, although he is younger than us, his lands will at least, I believe, yeah, somewhat split. A little bit anyways, so his next ruler might be a little bit weaker. There we go. We don't need to continue the fight. We just need to enforce our demands. There we are. So Capua is now in our own hands. We're gonna disband that. And that is pretty good. We do hold too many titles here. And you know, what do we do about that? So we do need to give away a title. I'm actually fine with probably giving away Capua here. That'll give an opportunity for somebody to have their own marshal to potentially increase the control. Himerios Acropolites. Oh, he must be new to our court. Oh, he's a courtier of Count Komitas. Oh, but he's a good character. Yeah, heck yeah, why not? We're gonna grant you that. We're gonna grant you that title. I'm not too interested in holding the lands in Italy directly, even though they're good lands. I'm fine with. You know, like I said, I'm more interested in this region and the holy sites, so I'm more concerned with holding those. The opportunity that this provides, though, is awesome with getting all of that raiding in. So we're going to form up our armies as raiders. Actually, I did notice that you are unstationed, and we should be able to station you in Attica here. So there we go. And we are going to disband this. There's probably a better way of raising all your raiders at one point, but for some reason, I feel like it's... Maybe I'm just being obtuse about it, but in any case, we're going to raise up all of our raiders, and then we're just going to go here and raid everything, basically. We've been invited to a hunt. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's do it. We need the stress loss, so every bit of stress loss we can get is good. Looks like we've got some danger potentially in the sea travel. We need ship captains. Yeah, all right. We'll hire some ship captains. I don't want to die at sea, so it's gonna cost us 20, but we're making good money. So there we go. We'll go on the hunt. We'll send our forces here to do the raiding for us. We're gonna go into Abruzzi, Teramo, Fermo, Ancon. All of these places are going to get raided, so we're not going to raid the Pope. That would be a little too risky. Certainly too risky, so. Oh, derelict ship. Let's investigate it. And we found a survivor. Much to my surprise, I begin to hear a voice hailing our ship as we approach the wreckage. The man appears to be a wealthy noble floating on the remains of a door. Hail! I thought I was to never see another soul again before the sea would claim me, as it did my companions. He introduces himself as Yosef, claims to be a noble from the county of Demetrius, and has offered to pay for safe passage and company. We shall help you to shore. Join us on our travels. Is he yeah, he's not a really good character. We will help you to shore. There we go. Gain a little bit of money and a little bit of piety for helping this man here. So let's get these sieges on the way here while we embark upon our hunt. Making camp as we await the arrival of the guests. We will just kind of hang out with the rest of the dudes here, you know, just hanging out with the bros, as one does. Prince Nurse's court now speaks Greek. Prince Nurse of Hyastan. Ah, interesting. The Greek-speaking courts. Let's take a look over here very quickly. The Greek-speaking courts are pretty extensive all around here, so you'll see that Serbia, Wallachia, now Hyastan, lots of them have converted to speaking Greek as their main court language, which obviously pretty understandable, so we're just gonna exit out of that. Belisarios here. The Liege won the war. Excellent. You know, I did notice something. Although he is actually winning some of these wars, I did notice that we could potentially ask him to make us the regent. I'm actually not opposed to this, you know. I actually think that this could be pretty good move. Be declared the regent, you know. I haven't really played with that mechanic, so if we can become the regent, we might potentially get some really good opportunities here within the Empire to gain a little bit of extra power, so. Looks... There we go. My hawk seems to be getting quite agitated on my wrist, tapping and pecking restlessly at me. No doubt the beast is eager to take to the skies. Fly, my hawk, I say. There we go. Let's lose some stress. The hawk failed. That's unfortunate, but let's keep up with the raiding here. The thing I hate about raiding is just you have to micromanage it. I wish you could just go and like set like a bunch of different raid targets and that your guys would just go in there and raid them all in a row. The Basileus Akakios accepts our sensible proposal. This was an abuse of power causing 25 strife with our peer vassals. You know, they probably have plenty of reasons to dislike us anyways. The Game Master signaled the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot. From our vantage point, we see several speckled pheasants strutting about the leafy bushes ahead. The beaters will soon be in position. It is time. Odysseus has learned the Norse language through observation. Excellent. He can learn he can know 4 languages total. He currently speaks Greek, Berber, and Norse, despite being only 8 years old. The kid is pretty smart. I think we can all agree on that. I watch excitedly as my hawk identifies a target and takes to wing, soaring high into the air. After a couple of the pheasants are none the wiser, my hawk scans the ground. But my hawk is unfortunately not being very successful here, but we're just enjoying our time here with the other lords, so who probably like us a little less now that they heard word that we've been named the regent. So the pheasant eludes us this time, but we lost our stress and we gained some prestige and we gained some experience with the hunter trait. So that's, yeah, look at that. That's, oh well, he loses some stress. So, that's good. Look at this, we're almost at 0 stress. This has never happened. This is something that we would never have ever expected. There is a glassmith living nearby who can make glass that is very clear and extremely difficult feat to achieve. I've considered buying a hand mirror made by this fellow, and today I even visited his shop to see some of the artwork set up. All in all, I'm impressed. There's no doubt about his skill. While there, he shows me one mirror in particular. After seeing it but once, I swear there is something magical or ethereal about it. But I suppose that goes without saying for most expertly made mirrors. I'm very tempted to buy this. I can afford this. My current mirrors are poor quality, but I'm fine with them. General opinion, attraction opinion, for 20? No, I don't think we're too interested in spending this money right now. We don't have a lot. We'll have some once we get back from the raids, but it's still not enough to do everything that we want to do, which is, namely, we want to go on a pilgrimage. And that's going to cost us some money, so. I took Jakku out playing with a bow, and to my surprise, he ran into a wounded doe. He later lashed out at me, thinking I had staged the whole encounter as kind of a test. You are not turning out to be a very good character here. It was certainly a test, well done. Then show me that you could have felled the animal for yourself. I don't know if I want him to be ambitious, so paranoid seems fine. It was a test. We wanted to see how well you would do. So there we go. There we go. Finally, we have come home. So we'll let the raids go on a little bit. We'll take Teramo and the bishopric of Atri, move in here a little bit as well. Oh, and he wants to make me the spy master? You want to make me your spy master? Ah, interesting. Interesting indeed. Who's your heir? Your heir is Prince Porphyrios, a 3-year-old child. Oh my gosh. Well, we could... Damn. Are we the type of character who would pull off a plot like this? To murder the Emperor and then be the regent of the new... Oh, this would be some Game of Thrones level stuff, or just historical stuff. This kind of thing happened all the time. Would we be the type of character who would murder the Emperor and take the regency for... We'd have the regency for so long. because his son is just a child. Huh. We have a little bit of time for this, but I'm curious if you guys think that this is a good plan or not. I could imagine, you know, so the thing is, it's not just us who are, you know, but our wife as well. You know, she's arrogant, she's patient, you know, she might be thinking of a plan like this. She's got a little bit of intrigue. You know, our spy master Philaritos, he's a sadistic man. He might be kind of egging us on in that direction. So you never know. You never know. What do we have here? An inspiration. He wants to forge us a brooch. We have a pretty good brooch already, but what is this? Pariah of the court. Huh. I am judged harshly for my hospitality towards Linutika the criminal, who is avoided by almost everyone on account of their wicked faith. My failure to condemn. No, family comes first. You must repent. Yeah, there we go. You must repent. So he can become Hellenic. So he'll become Hellenic, and that's good because we might push his claims on Hungary at some point. That was our sister's son, obviously. There we go. Ratings then. How much loot do you got in your pocket? 65? No, we're gonna fill up. Nobody can stop us with these raids as well. It's nice to have raid targets that are not significantly more powerful and that are actually kind of relatively close by. Raiding is probably my least favorite mechanic in the game because you have to micromanage it so much, so I try to avoid playing characters that are heavily raiding characters because I don't really enjoy it, honestly. Kiriaki often quotes passages from the Sacred Chronicles, and she's going to be quoting some about fairness or generosity, moderation. Oh, fairness, I think, is good. So she's quite pleased. And there we go. We're a paragon of virtue. That is excellent. Let's go and raid. Paragon of virtue. And we're going out doing some raiding. We can hold court as well. I suppose we might as well. It's been quite a while. So let's hear our petitioners. My lord, I beg for your help. A monster prowls around Carthage, killing cattle and farmers alike. We shall fell this beast ourselves because we are a hunter. My vassal Count Himerios approaches the throne with a young man in tow. My acquaintance Himerios Margunios seeks the honor of serving in your retinue of Heterie. He is pretty good character. Oh no, wait, who's this guy? Himerios Margunos. Oh, he's a siege character. Finally, a siege. Yes, very well. You may attend me, Himerios. Finally, we have a good sieging character. That's going to be very helpful. An unusual case has reached my court. Two women claim that a baby girl is theirs. None of the villagers can stand as witnesses, saying it's as if the child appeared out of thin air. Let's see. The youngest woman or this other one here? Well, let's say Viviana. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll get, you know, they're both the same age. They're both 22, so, or whatever. But in any case, we'll let them take care of it. Last petitioner departs and our business here is done. Nothing too of particular interest there, but we did get that really good siege knight, and that is going to be very, very, very helpful here. And he's just a decent knight altogether, so, which we need. We do need many knights. The monster of Carthage. All the preparations completed, I set out with a selected group of guards to face the infamous monster that is terrorizing Carthage. It doesn't take us long to find it. A clear trail of blood leads us straight to the creature's abode. I was already informed of what to expect, but when the massive wolf finally stands before me, I can't help but shiver. Face me, you foul beast. 0% chance we die, but we might fail to slay it. So, but we're gonna try. The monster is killed. There we go. 350 prestige, and we gain some experience in our hunter trait as well. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So what do you guys think we should do about the whole, you know, murdering the emperor thing? Is that something our character would do? he might be egged on into it. I mean, we don't hold any particular good feelings for this current emperor. That I think we can all agree on. But would we murder him? I mean, the player in me thinks that this would be an excellent idea. The role player in me has a slightly different kind of concern around that. So we'll probably leave it up to your guys' decision here. And yeah, I think that is something that I want to get the opinion of my wise counselors down in the comments below. So as we take our money back and return it to Krete, make sure to let me know your thoughts on this episode and all the things going on with that, as always. But until the next episode, I will see you then.